Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 71 yards. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd and 1, Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted.
Picked up by a V2 Melifonwu.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Rodgers going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Ty Chandler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Rodgers will throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Strong. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jameson Williams.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by Batchley, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
The Packers at 9-7 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W.
And this throw will be intercepted.
picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down, Strong. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Strong. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams
doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you...
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
To throw on 2nd down. Strong. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. But he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
This is fielded inside the 5. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them, not necessarily.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to take another shot here. And this one is incomplete.
I would say it would probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On now is the Packers punter. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Strong. Finding Williams once more. Complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll look to throw again. It's Williams on the catch. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Back to throw again. Complete. This is Mitchell. Touchdown. James Mitchell, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On play action, Rodgers out to his left. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Strong. He's airing it out for Williams. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Strong. He's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Here's Chandler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
3 yards remain for second down.
Looking to throw. Strong.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. Operating from the gun. Strong.
He'll find Williams on the slant. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Back to throw. Strong. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Hey, pick 26.
Rodgers now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And it's a Packers touchdown from 21 yards away.
And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Strong. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they have their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
He finds Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson
with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he'll get in as they're backward in his score now. The lead's down to 7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Strong. He's airing it out for Williams. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Rodgers now to throw. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Now Chandler. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to run. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Now it's Rodgers. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play the role. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. They run it with Chandler.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Touchdown, Packers!
We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the 4th. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and it just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun. Strong. It's caught. Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 101 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So 3rd down and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer.
Looking to throw. Strong. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Badgley able to punch this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Now Rodgers.
That's complete to Chandler on the check down.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions.
And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Lions,
the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Green Bay,
it could be a potentially devastating